Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, gonna be a long ZVZ between Sen and Castro here on Heartbreak Ridge. Left side, it is our Yellow Zerg player Castro, and on the right side it is Sen. So it's Taiwan versus Peru here. Castro passed away last year, or maybe in 2019. So I like to honor players that have passed on by casting their games and helping us remember how good they were at StarCraft. And if you're interested in learning more about Castro, I'll put a link in the description to his career. And Sen is a fairly well-known Taiwanese player. So, Overlord Scouting here on Heartbreak Ridge. It's a Carbot cast. If you're interested in the Carbot skin, you can purchase it from Blizzard's website. Or, you know, you can watch Carbot on YouTube. Just search Carbot StarCraft and you will see a lot of cartoons animated with love and care from somebody who loves StarCraft very, very much. Okay, so overpool here. And Sen, what are you doing? Oh, hang on a second. That's not even an overpool. Alright, man. Oh, okay, so it's a 9 pool. 9 pool into gas. So Castro is planning on being very, very aggressive here. Sen says, alright, so a 12 pool. That's good enough. That's good enough after my second Overlord. Alright, man, so it's a 2-player map. You don't have to scout out where your opponent is. Alright, Overlord popping there, drone coming up, and going for ye old 10 Hatcheroonie. So yeah, ZVZ can be a bit of a build order loss, but if you can get past that, if you can get past the problem of build order losses, it can get pretty interesting. Start getting things like a ton of Mutalisks, right? Scourge are really important here too. Sometimes we see Hydras, but it doesn't usually go well for the Hydralisk player against someone who is going for those Mutalisks. And yeah, again, along ZVZ, whenever I find these, I do try to cast them for you, because I do try to get, you know, all the matchups represented on the channel. If it's going to be TVTs or PvPs, fine. I have a lot of those I can choose from. I try to do one of those about once a month. ZVZ is definitely less than that, but it's not because I don't want to. It's just that I can't find ones that are longer than like 6 minutes. And every 6 minute ZVZ is the same thing, and it's just not as fun, right? Some people might disagree with me, but anyway. Actually, getting your pool later in the situation is better, because you have a better economy, plus Defender's Advantage means your lings pop out in time to deal with this. And yeah, I'm going to say that Sen's ahead right now. I really do. I really think that's the case. So, lings popping out. Oh, there's only 2 of them. You got to fight with... Oh, there's enough 4. We got the 4. Trying to kill the gas, but really shouldn't be able to do it. I do love how adorable lings are in the Carbot skin, man. They're just little puppies. They're not here to hurt anyone. They're just trying to lick you and show you they love you. Oh my gosh, more lings here too. Can Sen save his second hatch? Oh my gosh, look at how many lings are cruising across the map here. We've got 2 there, we've got 2 here. Are we done yet? Oh, going for the lair. Alright, man. Drones fighting. Drones do have a bit of attack range here, but when it comes down to... Oh my gosh. Alright. Yeah, Castro's doing great. He's actually doing super well. He's got the same number of workers that Sen does, but he's got a bigger army, and he's gonna... I think he's gonna take down this hatch. Sen really does not want him to. Really, really... Come on. Hold it. Can you hold it? Sen. Sen's kind of sort of holding it. These lings are not involved in the battle, and they should be. Castro, you can do it. You can get this hatchery. I cannot believe that Sen is holding this right now. This is great. This is some good ZVZ. When it gets right down to it here, both players have pretty much the same number of workers, but guess what? Spire's on the way from Castro. This is brutal, man. Like, Castro is absolutely playing this fantastically. Right? He's got the same, well, basically the same number of workers that Sen does. He did some ling pressure there. Killing this hatch would have been amazing stuff, but he's going to have mutas out. He's going to have mutas out way before Sen is even going to possibly start thinking about having Mutalisks out, man. What a build. What a build here from Castro. He's getting some good value out of it, too. I guess that's for Sunkens. In case there's a huge ling counterattack from Sen, but he seems really interested in just sitting here, which is Overlord positioning from Castro is perfect. Like, absolute perfect Overlord positioning here to see what's what. To see when there's an attack coming out. So, Evolution Chamber coming in. He knows he's behind on the Mutalisk play. But having 2 bases is nice. That is an economic advantage. It just, economic doesn't really help you. Like, better economy doesn't help you much when a bunch of Mutalisks show up and start killing your stuff. Yeah, so the creep colony is here for them spores. Obviously, you need at least 1 spore per base in this situation. And that's pretty good. That's pretty good at holding off a small number of Mutalisks, which, again, this is 1 gas worth of mutas. And really rushing to Spire. So we've got 2. And there's a 3rd one on the way. So, I mean, this isn't just 20 mutas show up and everything dies. This is 3 mutas show up. You can pull back to the spore if you need to. You don't really have to worry about losing stuff. Can the mutas sit back here and hit these drones without being hit by that spore? Maybe. Maybe they can, yes. Oh, the mutas do manage to get in to the main base before the spore comes up. And look at him pulling out as the spore finishes. And now the drones have to play the back and forth game because they can't really sit. Can't really sit at the natural base. This positioning, we talked about it. Not good. Not good for Sen. Good for Castro. Really. Oh, creep colony'd it. Losing an Overlord is not good here either, though. Castro, 1 base in, dude. He is 1 base mutalisking his face off right now. I mean, technically, Sen has 2 bases, but he has no income from it either, so he's got no gas whatsoever. It's 12 to 7 workers. Ah, amazing. 12 to 7 workers at 7 minutes. This is ZVZ. This is low econ, absolute knife fight in a phone booth level stuff. So the Lings say, is there a natural for Sen? No? Okay. I mean, can't really win this fight with Mutalisks overhead. That's not good. Oh, a couple Lings here from Castro. Oh, trying to take down them spores. Kill the drones if they fight you. Okay, drone down again. 9 to 10 workers. Man, oh, they got the spore. Okay, that's big. Getting that spore is really nice. This one, too, would be nice, but that's not going to happen. Too many Lings coming in here now. Where is... I've got the gas, but still no lair. Sen can't win this thing if he doesn't get gas, man. It's just... He can't. It's not going to happen. I mean, he's got an extractor. He's got 100 gas. He's not doing anything with it. He might... Nope. We're going to make more spores. He's just worried. He's just worried to this point that... if he tries to tech up without getting enough anti-air, then he's just going to die. Which I get it. I get that feeling. But also, if you never tech up, you're also going to die. Alright, man. This is not looking good. This is not looking good for our Taiwanese player. The Peruvian Castro seems to be winning the day here thus far. These mutas are doing great. Overlord pokes in, says, you still don't have a lair? Alright, well, I guess Castro says, I'm going to expand. Might as well at this point in time. 15 to 13 total workers. Castro has a lead. A little bit oversaturated at the main base with 15 workers, but hey, he'll Maynard them down here to the natural base as soon as he can. You know, at the 8-minute Maynard transfer. Okay, finally, he clicks on lair. He says, you know what? Cool. Castro's expanding. I can go ahead and click on lair here. I'm going to try to win with my mass numbers of Zerglings. Even though I don't have any answer to Mutalisk. Never mind. Run home. Run home, Zerglings, with your little wings, indicating that you have the speed upgrade. More Mutalisks in production. Do we see Sen try to catch up on Mutalisk count? He's got an advantage. He obviously does, right? If he took the second extractor, I'd feel good about it. I'd feel better about it. And an extra gas here would help if you're trying to catch up on Mutalisks. But you can also kind of sort of make this work by going into things like Hydras with, you know, Plague. But Plague is so far away on the tech tree right now, it's just not something we can think about, right? 6 Mutalisks are here, 2 at a time coming in from Castro. He actually has about 600 gas. He doesn't have enough minerals to make 6 Mutalisks, though. Because, again, oversaturation at the main base. We need a second, which just popped now, so great. 2 base to 2 base. Second extractor is now coming in from Sen, and second extractor is actually closer to finishing from Castro. So we're just kind of dancing. We're doing a dance here in Heartbreak Ridge. Oh, see who's going to come out on top here. Spire coming on. Alright, so we got a good flock of 11 Mutalisks here. Is a good number. Armor coming in for the Mutas, as is traditional in ZVZ, is to go for that armor first. Just because we're dealing with ricochet damage, right? So the armor applies to every one of the 3 ricochet damage attacks that we get from the Glaive Worm here. So armor is very good in that situation, reducing the damage all the way down that chain. So, do we spire? Oh, we spire. Okay, so spire up. Little happy face on the top there, happy button. And has Sen stabilized? He's got more workers. He's obviously been forced to invest in spores a little bit more than Castro has. But Castro hasn't really taken the opportunity to macro up as much as Sen has, right? You think Sen would have fewer workers than Castro, but no, that's not the case. The 2-base economy here is looking really good, and Sen just immediately pops 8 mutas. So yeah, he can catch up. He's got, you know, the extra income here, the extra gas. He's spending it well. Castro's got 1,000 gas. And he's not quite sure what to do with it other than get +2 flyer. Queen's Nest on the way from Sen. Okay, so we're probably going to see... Man, Ensnare is also really good in this situation. This is why I like late game ZVZs. I like it because we start seeing crazy stuff like Ensnare and Plague getting tossed down, and things like Lurkers and Hydras and sometimes Ultralisks. It can get really, really fun in a ZVZ that goes into the late game. It can get extremely crazy. If you want to watch a crazy late game ZVZ, search for Gambler on my channel. It's SC Pro versus Gambler, I believe is the game, but it's a super long. It's got a Gosu tag on it, and it's a ZVZ. And it's awesome. It is so fun. It was so fun to cast. A lot of people have enjoyed watching it. If you want a direct link to it, let me know in the comments, because again, I read every comment that anybody ever makes on the channel. So if you have a question, feel free to leave a comment for me there. That is a very, very good thing to do. Also, hit the like button if you're excited for this ZVZ and where it's going to go. I know I'm excited for where it's going to go. I feel it in my bones. Sen tries to scout. Is there a third base? No, dead. You died for that information. Sen decides I'm going to take a third base. Sen might just win this game after being in a pretty dicey position for the first 10 minutes. He's going for Hive. Obviously, that's what the Queen's Nest was. Well, that's what the Queen's Nest was for. We're not actually making queens. Which, by the way, birthday cake. See? Candles all around. The inspiration here for Carbot. I like it. I like it a lot. I know some people complain, but other people love it. So it's kind of a love it or hate it sort of a thing for people on the channel. And I like to do, you know, a Carbot cast maybe once a month as well. That seems pretty darn fair. Oh my gosh, we get a Greater Spire. Okay. Alright. Man, if we get Devourers in this game, that would be extra banana pants crazy. Because Devourers are good against enemy Mutalisks, right? Reducing their armor is amazing. Slowing their attack speed is also amazing. Some Devourers against this giant Mutaflock that Castro's running with would be super good. That's got to be what it is. It's got to be just a couple of Devourers to throw some Acid Splash on them. Right? Right. That's got to be. It's got to be it. So third base up for Sen. Third base coming up for Castro. Just about done. We're going to watch this thing pop. Staring into your soul as hatcheries do in the Carbot skin. And actually going for Hive here as well with his own birthday cake. So here's our traditional Muta versus Muta attack. Castro just has more, man. He's got 89 to 75 total supply. So it's way more Mutalisks at the moment for Castro. He's got that +2 armor, which is really nice against the 0/0 upgrades of Sen right now. There it is. 7 Devourers coming in. Somewhere. Are they just in? Oh, there are the eggs. Okay, so third base dies for Sen. Zerglings actually might try to snipe Castro's third base themselves. Which, they're checking to see if there's anything there. And you know what? They can get it. The Mutas are running. Can they take this down? Full surround. No attack upgrades whatsoever. Down to 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He's going to save it with about 100 HP. Tight. Mutas are fast, man. These Lings coming in really assisted there, too, so no turnabout there. But Devourers are here. Man, Carbot Devourers. Haven't seen these guys in a hot minute. I think they look kind of cool. They look very angry, like they have jaws, right? With teeth and stuff. So Sen needs to make something happen. He needs to kill this third base, or needs to make sure his third base comes up. But this is definitely going to be some kind of a cluster fight between Mutalisks and Mutas and Devourers, right? Upgrades would also be pretty fantastic. He's working on the Carapace, but he is so behind right now. We've already talked about this, but a +2 Carapace with +1 attack coming in next for Castro, making 4 Overlords at a time. And it looks like Castro up 111 to 75 supply is going to try to kill now. He's like, this has gone on way too long for a ZVZ. These are supposed to last 6 minutes. Why are we still doing this? Is what he's asking. And the answer is because ZVZs sometimes take a lot longer. Sometimes they take longer than they should. Oh, that Zergling's alive. Kill it. Okay, more Lings are coming in, though. And we're forcing an engagement. Oh, boy. All right, so this is ZVZ in a nutshell. We've got Acid Spores all over Castro's Mutalisks, but is it enough? I mean, it is just gosh darn impossible to tell what's happening here. 9 Acid Spores, reducing the armor by 9? Dude, it works. The grape jelly clinging to the Mutalisk saves the day here from Sen. Holy crap. That worked way better than I thought it would. That was amazing. All right, so he saves the base. He wins the engagement. And it's just more Mutalisks all the time from Castro. He's like, I'm not afraid. I'm not, well, I flew away, so I'm kind of afraid of your Acid Spores. Dude, that 9? Again, reducing attack speed and reducing armor by 9. Your +2 doesn't mean anything if your armor's been reduced by 9. It just gets completely evaporated. Like it never meant anything at all. This is amazing. This is super, super good out of Sen. I'm having a great time with this. I hope you guys are too. Hit that like button. Alright, so Greater Spire on the way. Castro says, I guess I need my own Devourers in this arms race I find myself in. 96 to 75, and sometimes the numbers don't lie, man. Sometimes the numbers are just the numbers. Now, the problem with Devourers is that they're slow, so it's hard for you to mount an attack on your opponent and then get back in case there was a sneaky counterattack you didn't see. Mutalisks can do that, yeah, because they're fast. But Devourers, no, not as much. I mean, once they go over, they kind of need to stay. You know, they kind of need to stay there. Whew. Yeah, that +1 armor's coming for Sen, but how much does it really matter is largely the question. I love these little Ling Scouts Castro's been sending out constantly, because he knows about the 4th base of Sen about 20 seconds after that thing starts. He knows the 3rd base is back here too. He's going to send 1 Ling over to deal with it. 1 Ling versus 1 Ling. Neither of them have upgrades. Deathmatch. Fight. Oh, actually. Castro wins. Ling Fight Club is kind of interesting. I mean, would you watch? I think I'd watch. So Castro's getting his own Devourers here. Late game ZVZ for the win. We're not seeing any Defiler tech. I'm telling you, Plague is really good against Mutalisks. Plague is good against anything, Zerg. It's just we never get to the point that that it's hive tech. Yo. Can he get the hatchery? The answer is no. He saves it, but it's at 200 HP. Remember, saving bases when they're injured is like, it's nice. It's better than a kick in the pants. It's still not incredible. Castro decides, all right, I'm 126 supply. Let's do this thing. I got +2 armor, +1 attack. I thought he was, oh yeah, he's got the +1 attack, +2's on the way now. Lings for Sen coming down to take down Castro's third, where Lings from Castro are taking down Sen's fourth. So turnabout is fair play here. I mean, I gotta say, Castro losing his third hurts more than Sen losing his fourth, right? Getting knocked down to 3 bases for Sen when Castro's on 2 is fine. What a great victory that is. Dude, is Sen gonna win this game? He was behind. He was super, super behind for a whole amount of time here. But let it be said, that's why if you're being attacked early by something, doesn't mean you're gonna lose. Alright, man, so this is absolute abject chaos. I can't even call this. I don't think. Someone's gonna win, sure. We'll watch the supply. Sen's dropping down under 100 supply here. It's just great jelly everywhere. Sen's down to 80 supply, 79 supply. Mutalisks coming in the form of, I don't know, defender's advantage, I guess. Look at how slowly these Mutalisks are attacking when they're all sorts of acid spored. The Mutalisks are largely gone. Sen lost his third base in the meantime. The Devourers don't want to fight each other. It's just boring. It's just too slow. The attack is slow enough without having 9 acid spores on your face, right? Okay, so 85 to 55. So overall, that was definitely a win for Castro. Unupgraded Lings once again finding their way in to kill a couple drones, and killing a couple drones in a ZVZ is a big deal. You'll notice we're not sitting at 80 workers here today, or even 50, or even 40. So Castro's up 35 to 23 workers, been knocked down to 2 bases. Both players have been. They're both trying to rebuild their thirds. Castro's is definitely ahead on that measure. But what a scrap-tastic. Like an absolutely scrap-tastic ZVZ. I mean, they're always scrappy, right? There's really never a ZVZ where it's like, ah, yes, that was a fairly standard victory for the winner. It's like, nah, man. It was knife fight in a phone booth. It was Ling versus Ling. It was Muta versus Muta. Scourge, do they get connections or not? Spores, do they get extra hits on the Mutalisks or not? It all comes down to little Razor's Edge type stuff. But superior upgrades have just got to be the deal, right? We're looking at +2 armor, +1 attack, +2's coming in, and then +2 armor with no attack. Sen, he's catching up. Kind of. He's working on that +1 attack, but by that point, it's going to be +2 for Castro. So when it comes down to it, it's just more stuff with better upgrades equals win. It's kind of what StarCraft is sometimes, but especially when it's kind of a low micro situation, when it's Mutas and Devourers versus Mutas and Devourers, you know? I mean, I guess you can kind of target fire individual Devourers and try to kill them, but they're so friggin' tanky with the Mutalisks, and it's rough. There's a certain level of micro you can do. Absolutely, yes. I'm not going to say you can't, but 104 to 80 total supply in favor of Castro. Zerglings try and do something up here at Sen's third, but don't accomplish much other than throwing their lives away. You know, if they had upgrades, they'd fare better here. I'm just saying. Castro may be considering a 4th base for the first time today. Oh, he is. He's taking it bottom right. Okay. Not even considering it. He's doing it right now. 110 to 91 supply. So just consistently being about 20 supply ahead for Castro. Sen catching up a little bit here and there, though. Man, 2-2. How often do you see 2-2 air attack and armor? ZVZs. It's only in ZVZs, man. We never see this for Mutalisks or anything that are being made against Protoss. Like, 2-2 is a long time of upgrades. Air attack and air armor take forever to go. Is that another expansion? Man, Castro trying to double expand right now. Oh, bottom right gets canceled because Sen sends his unupgraded Zerglings to seek it out. Wonderful stuff. We're at 25 minutes. And about 120 to 100 supply. That is ZVZ in a nutshell, ladies and gentlemen. Knife fight in a phone booth, scraptastic stuff. Castro says, you're away from home. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. Like, Sen's already down in economy, losing several more drones. Sen's like, I gotta go. Sen decides it is time to go. I gotta win here right now, or that's it for me. So, he's going to try to kill some overlords, maybe supply block a little bit here. But eventually, he's forced into engaging. And we end up with this nice, again, little just cluster of engagement here. I don't know who's winning, but Sen supply is sure going down. Upgrades are important. Yeah, that's it, man. Sen loses his entire army, 36. Supply, he's done. GG! And Castro is your winner. In 26 minutes in a really, really fun ZVZ. Some good action there. The first ended up turning into Devour Mutalisk stuff later on. And just, man, that was awesome. Hit that like button if you enjoyed it, because I know I definitely enjoyed that. Yeah, man, that grape jelly just kind of clinging to everything, right? That's exactly what's going on here. Good stuff. So, upgrades matter, more stuff matters, better economy matters. Castro had all three of those things. Sen made a valiant effort in trying to come back. Was on 3 bases for a good length of time. Couldn't really ever catch up in upgrades because Castro kept those things rolling. And then when he ended up losing his 3rd base because he's out of position, he had to engage, and it didn't work out for him. Good stuff, though. 26 minutes, 149,000 points for Castro, 124 for Sen. Both produced about the same number of units, but Castro killed 190 and 137 killed by Sen. That's not great in a mirror matchup, for sure. Also, 11-1 on the raised buildings in favor of Castro. That is a little bit surprising. And then Castro, just more resources, more gas, more minerals, outspent by about, I don't know, 2,000, right? Less than 2,000, so that's not a huge deal, but the upgrades were a big deal. And the better economy overall, just a big deal. All right, good stuff. So that right there is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered and a Carbot replay. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.